Before we had the modern museum now, I walked through all this and I always wanted to be a pilot. And thanks to a lot of great people and some great opportunities and some luck and hard work, it happened. You know, to have walked through this museum and been inspired by this as a young person, and then to come back and be part of delivering an airplane here at the end of a 35-year career, I can't think of anything better. And with the people I did this with, and to meet all the museum people and all the people who made this possible, this is the best day ever for me. And for the entire KC-10 community, that all the people who supported this airplane, maintained this airplane, flew this airplane, that entire community, all the things we sacrificed, all the things that this community did over all those years, and to be recognized like this is great.
It's absolutely a Cadillac to fly. It's based off the Douglas DC-10, and when they designed that aircraft, they wanted it to be the queen of the skies. It flies like that. It flies just like a Cadillac. It's a wonderful flying airplane. It's an honest flying airplane. I also work at Delta Airlines, and when I first started there 10 years ago, there were a number of pilots who, older pilots who had flown it, and I would ask them, you know, what was your favorite aircraft you flew? And they flew probably half a dozen aircraft, and they all said 100% of them, the DC-10. The DC-10 is the best aircraft. And I would say, really? You know, the 777, these other ones? I said, absolutely. It was the 10 is the best. It's a great flying plane.
I came in the Air Force right after 9/11, and originally I was a civil engineering troop. I was a chem warfare instructor, and our squadron was right at the end of the runway, and you know, standing there in formation, I would always see the KC-10s doing touch and goes, and I just thought, you know, I got to get closer to the flight line. So in 2008, I cross-trained to be a flight engineer. I remember in my interview, the chief that hired me said, "Oh, the airplane will outlast you and maybe even your kids," you know. So when I came to the 10, I thought that would be the only airplane I'd ever be on, you know. But here we are. But our squadron is converting to the KC-46. That's that's a sad moment, but also I'm excited about the next chapter. So my hope is to become a boom on the 46, and that's my next move.
This is a part of what we do every day as part of the Air Force Lifecycle Management Center, headquarters here at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I represent the Mobility and Training Aircraft Directorate, which is headquartered at Tinker Air Force Base, Oklahoma, in the Oklahoma City metro area. So for us to come out here and do this is significant because the Air Force had decided to divest this platform, and lifecycle logistics starts with everything from the acquisition of the platform, which our office was responsible for, every modification that's been put on since 1981 to now, the operation sustainment no matter where it flies around the world, and also the last phase, which is retirement and divestment, which here. So we have retired 49 aircraft out of the 59 fleet today, and it's fantastic that we can, instead of sending it to the boneyard, the 309th Aircraft Maintenance and Regeneration Group out in Davis-Monthan, Arizona, we get a chance to let it live on forever to the joys of every single person who visits the National Museum of the Air Force from here on out. So it's fantastic. See big smiles on all of our faces here, our team from Tinker Air Force Base, happy to play a part in this historic moment.
Plane's capable of a dual role mission. It can carry cargo, it can carry up to 27 full-size pallets of cargo, and it can also air refuel. It can carry 340,000 pounds of fuel, and it can offload to any receiver in NATO and the United States and Navy inventories. It has a drogue system, a boom system, and it can be configured with pods on the wings also for air refueling. The KC-10, the Air Force's position has reached the end of its service life, and you know, they only want to have 2 tankers. The KC-135, which they made 400 of, there are 400 of, and you know, the 10 was always saddled with one problem. Only one thing held it back. It was a small fleet airplane. They made 60 of them. One of them burned to the ground in 1987, there was a ground mishap. Sadly, we lost one of our own. I wanted to mention him during this, was a Sergeant Joseph Bergio. He's the only person to have ever died or is a casualty in this airplane. The other 59, every takeoff, equals a landing. This airplane's never crashed. And because of that, we love this airplane. It always brought us home. Very proud of that. It's a great culture, it's a great community. And to have it here at the museum is just eye-watering. I can't believe we're here today.